Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisahealyourself, and today we're going to talk about the fifth C of healing, which is consistency. So consistency is where it happens. This is all the action. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you have to implement. So you can know the protocols that you want to do and you believe are going to heal you, just like you could know the protocols to lose weight if you're severely obese. But if you don't consistently take action and day in and day out, follow the protocol, do the work, right? So it's the physical protocols, the inner work, it's how you choose to talk to yourself, how you choose to think, what your mindset is. All these things we need to be consistent with. So we know what the right things to do are, but are we doing them? That's the question. Are we doing them? And some days are going to be hard because healing's hard. Some days you're going to be having an extremely bad day or too tired or you can't get it all done. You simply don't have enough time. But what matters is consistency over time. So it's like, are you doing most of it? Are you doing 80% of it every day? So if you have a goal, I always take the obese one, somebody who's obese trying to get thin. If you're doing 80% of the work every single day over time, even if you miss one day and you're doing it consistently for 3 years, you're still going to lose that weight. If you're going all in for a week, or randomly here or there, at the end of the 3 years, it's not going to happen. So it's always, always, always with everything that you want to do in life or accomplish about the consistency. And this is where it comes down to the nuts and bolts of, are you making the best choice every moment of every day? Are you choosing the best choice that you have available to you? Are you doing what you need to do? Are you doing the majority of it? And are you staying consistent with it? Are you doing the nuts and bolts of the follow through, the action? And it's like the monks, you get up. Back in the day, they would say, chop wood, carry water. That's my favorite saying because that's where it happens. You get up, you chop wood, you carry water. You get up the next day, you chop wood, carry water. Chop wood, carry water. This is what consistency is. It's chopping wood, carrying water. Are you doing it every day? Because if you are, results add up over time. That is just the way it works. You will heal if you're being consistent. You can't not. If you're eating the diet every day, if you're doing the movement, if you're getting the sleep, if you're doing the inner work, if your mindset's right, if you're doing your brain retraining, if you're speaking kindly to yourself, right? If you stay committed every day, right? Commitment's great when we make a promise, but we only know that it's an actual commitment in the follow through, in the consistency. And the consistency is the hard work. It's the mud. It's the swimming through mud sometimes, the swimming through water. It's doing it whether you're having a good day or a bad day. It's doing it whether the results are appearing to add up or whether they're appearing not to. So it's about letting go of results, letting go of what's happening in the moment, and just staying consistent to the process, staying consistent with your mindset, staying consistent with everything else that we've done up to this point, with your own compassion to yourself, right? So we have to get this right. We have to do the majority of it again and again over time, and we have to forget about the results. We have to do it come rain, come shine. It's like walking. I mean, I've chosen to walk every single day for the last 4 years, and it's like I get up and do it whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's hot, whether it's a beautiful day, whether it's a miserable day. It's consistency. It's putting that one foot in front of the next and saying, if I keep going, the results will come, because that's just how it works. So I'm not saying go, go, go every single day and burn yourself out and keep yourself in fight or flight and just like push yourself to the max every single day if you feel you can't do it. I'm saying be consistent in your protocols. So if it is the movement, the walking, sometimes that's going to be hard, right? Sometimes pushing yourself physically and getting everything done is going to be hard. But also the consistency and your compassion to yourself, your kindness to yourself, your breaks, your meditation, your sleeping. So it's not all just push, push, push and go, go, go. It's consistency in the being in parasympathetic. Are we thinking calmly, moving slowly? Like, it's the consistency is with everything. So I don't want you to think this is all about pushing beyond our limits and keeping ourselves in fight or flight. This is the consistency of all of it put together. It's like chopping wood, carrying water, the tortoise wins the race. It's all those saying. It's like one foot in front of the next. Slow and steady wins the race. So we're just moving in the direction. We're doing what we need to do. We're doing most of what we need to do every single day, including the resting, including the mindset, including kindness to ourselves, including rest, including just time to do nothing. So we have to be consistent with all of it. We must. The healing comes from consistency. So everything else I talked about, the first 4 up until this point, are critical. I mean, we're not going to heal without them. But it's in the consistency. It's in the consistency of doing every single one of those things where you're actually going to see results, where you're going to see these things manifest over time. And it doesn't happen right away. That's the thing about consistency. It doesn't happen every day. It takes time to see the results. But if you stay committed, if you stay consistent to your daily actions, to the things that you need to do, if you walk through that mud day in and day out, whether the sun is shining or the rain is pouring on you, you are going to come out the other side with results over time eventually, because that's just how it works. So I can't say it enough. The magic is in consistency. There's not much more to say about it. We all know that if you give up along the way, and if you say, I just can't do it today, and then the next day you say, I just can't do it, or things are going good and you're like, I don't need to do it anymore, or things are so bad that you just can't do it. We all know when it comes to starting a business or losing weight or whatever it is, when you fall off the wagon, when you stop being consistent, then the results go away and you got to start all over. You eventually have to start all over. So if you would have kept going, how many times have you said to yourself, man, if I would have stayed on that exercise program, if I would have stayed on that diet, right, I would have lost all that weight, or I would have done that thing, if I would have been consistent about that business plan or followed through with my money or whatever it is, I would have achieved that result. But I gave up. I quit. I wasn't consistent. I stopped being consistent. And it's easy to stop being consistent on a sliding scale, right? One little thing here, one little thing there starts to add up. And over the course of weeks and months, you're suddenly not doing it anymore. This is what happens during New Year's resolutions. Everyone makes their commitment, they're gung-ho, they put in the effort, they start to be consistent. And then by March, most people have fallen off and their consistency has waned, and it's like it never happened. So it's in the follow through. You've got to keep going when it gets tough. You've got to keep going when you don't want to. You've got to keep going when it's hard. You've got to keep going when you're feeling good. You've got to keep going. So get up, chop wood, carry water, and I promise you will get there. The magic of healing is in consistency plus time. Never forget this. Stay tuned for the last seat of healing. I will see you in the next video.